Monday is 20-year-old American Shane Oliver's favorite day of the week.
My name is Shane Olf. I'm from Brooklyn, New York. I am actually just turned 28 this year. I have been teaching English here in a company that works with children and early childhood education.
The highlight of Shane's day is when he leaves the classroom to head to the table tennis gymnasium.
I've been here in Beijing for 7 years, and because I love this sport, ping pong. It's the national sport here. So for another country to take ping pong under their... When I first came here for the first 2 or 3 years, I played ping pong 3 or 4 times a week. Didn't feel much improvement.
你想拿 A 这么飞过去，这个弧线是你自己制造出来的，千万不要发力，就轻轻的把这对。
Former national coach Li Jin is so infected by Shane's enthusiasm for table tennis that he agreed to train him every Monday. As Shane improves, he dreams of one day playing against his idol, world champion Ma Long.
I think for me, what would be really exciting is if I could actually meet and practice with the Chinese national team. But if I could actually practice with them for even one day, but perhaps for a month would be great. I can increase my level drastically, very quickly. So this is really why I'm looking for you, Ma Long. Hey, Grandma. I love you.
Today, many young Americans, like Shane, are learning in their history class that ping pong is much more than a sport. It once changed how the US and China viewed each other and transformed the world pattern. Towards the end of the 1960s, US President Richard Nixon and his National Security Advisor Henry Kissinger began mulling the benefits of restoring relations with China. They saw the move as a means of both exiting the battlefields in Vietnam and acquiring leverage in the Cold War. The two countries eventually opened a secret dialogue. But the real breakthrough came courtesy of a public encounter between the Chinese and US ping pong teams during the 1971 World Table Tennis Championships in Nagoya, Japan. Liang Ge is now 69. During his career, he participated in numerous international table tennis tournaments, but none sticks in his memory like the Nagoya Championships 48 years ago.
The
gold medal in the middle, that's from the 31st World Table Tennis Championships. I was the winner in the team and doubles events. This is a photograph of me playing with Zhuang Zedong. Each team was allotted a time to train in the arena before the competition. We were about to leave for training. A bus was pulling up. It was specially for the Chinese players. Suddenly, Cohen approached. He was this young American with long hair. He should have been on the US team bus, but it had already left. Our bus was still there, with the door open, so he just got on. As soon as he got on the bus and turned around, we saw the USA logo on his clothing. The whole bus suddenly went quiet.
The Chinese players on the bus had no idea what to do about the situation. Only Zhuang Zedong, the team's leading player, reacted. He stepped forward to shake Cohen's hand and speak to him through an interpreter.
We arrived at the gym. We were surprised to see so many reporters there taking pictures. Zhuang got off the bus and presented Cohen with a Hangzhou silkscreen picture.
The encounter was captured on film, and the spontaneous show of goodwill between the US and Chinese teams became the talk of the tournament. A few days later, as the US team was preparing to leave Nagoya, they received an unexpected invitation from Beijing to visit China.
The whole world paid attention. Table tennis had a profound impact on the process of China and the US establishing diplomatic ties.
The signal was picked up by President Nixon. On the same day that the US table tennis team was welcomed by Premier Zhou Enlai in Beijing, Nixon announced that Washington was easing its travel restrictions and trade embargo against China. The ripple effects of what had already become known as Ping-Pong Diplomacy paved the way for Richard Nixon's groundbreaking February 1972 visit to China. The two countries were taking the first steps toward normalizing relations. This included signing the historic Shanghai Communique, which marked the end of mutual confrontation. Nixon later called it the week that changed the world. Compared to Glenn Cowan's accidental encounter with the Chinese team in 1971, Shane Oliver's experience with China's table tennis players seems far more mundane.
I was wondering, do you have any time tonight?
He's received a call from his friend Jules Fang. The former top table tennis player knows many members of the Chinese national team and has agreed to help.
Shane, do you think it'd be possible to help me to reach out to Malone just to tell him, like, hey, there's this foreigner over here that wants to maybe play ping pong with you? Is that possible? Oh my gosh.
Of course, I will try to help you. Anyway, you like table tennis.
Ordinary people like Shane Oliver are living in a world shaped by ping-pong diplomacy. The most fitting metaphor for the impact it had globally was provided by Chairman Mao himself. The little ball, he said, moves the big ball.